need to understand is that this is not a one-man job to making sure like we have peace and unity in our communities. It requires us all to come together, to tolerate one another, and despite having different backgrounds, different faith religions, different whatever, if we want to live in a world where we have peace, it requires us to come together and work together. And one of the things that I also wanted to say is that I would hope and I keep wishing that one day we can live in a world where there's actually peace without any chaos or any disasters that are man-made. Thank you.
I do think that religious faith can reduce hate in the world. Most religions, whether they're Islam or Christianity or any other ones, they tend to promote good etiquettes and values like forgiveness and humility. And I think religion kind of makes like a social cohesion and makes like a sense of community where people support and care for each other. So for the future, I would see a future where faith communities can work together and build larger communities based on trust and shared values.
Forgiveness, I think, is extremely important, but I think it comes after going through what you need to go through. And I personally do that in front of my gohonzim, my scroll that I chant to, and I'll sit and I'll chant through all of the emotion that comes up, maybe about that person or that thing. And then as a result of chanting, I'm able to then start to feel maybe some compassion, maybe some forgiveness. Sometimes it takes a really long time, but I think it's through, how do I respond to this situation? Am I going to respond from my wisdom, courage, and compassion? Or am I going to allow myself to fall into these kind of let's say evil paths? Or, am I going to allow myself to fall into the trap of, separating myself from this person or this thing, when actually, from a Buddhist perspective, everything is us. We aren't separate. And I think that's that runs through most religion. Nothing is separate from me. And so however I respond to this situation, person, or thing, it's going to directly impact my life. So I don't know if that answers the question at all.
And I would like to, another thing is, in my religion, forgiveness is a really, really big thing. So the thing is, we believe that no matter what kind of sin you commit, whether it be something unimaginable, as if you killed somebody, or you hurt somebody, or you've done something really bad, you can still be forgiven. So, for example, you pray a prayer, you're forgiven by God. You go to somebody, you say, I apologize to you for what I've done. Whether they forgive you or not, it's up to them, but it holds in your heart that I've apologized to this person. And whatever they do with it relates between them and God. So forgiveness is a really, really key thing in Islam. And compassion, when I said akhi, ukhti, sister, brother, is also another big thing. So I think these topics, they hold a really, really big thing in my religion. And even though, even though you may not be my actual brother or my sister, I see you as my brother or my sister through my religion.
In Christianity, we believe that we are all adopted into the family of God. And so this huge family that we have as Christians is a community in which we can teach others who might not necessarily hold these same beliefs a life of compassion and love and forgiveness, which are all so fundamental to Christianity. I'd also like to just bring up a story, or not so much a story, a part from the Bible called Beatitudes, in which it said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." And that really sums up Christianity. We're a religion that seeks to bring about peace and love and forgiveness, and those are the people who will be called the children of God.
There's a verse in the Bible that talks about loving your neighbor much as you love yourself. And I think my interpretation of that as I've been growing up in the Christian faith, I've come to realize that it is really kind of hard to do harm to the people that you love or to the people that you actually surround with. And just to top off what you said, it's not like there aren't going to be difficulties in life or you are not going to crash with friends or relatives, but it is how you move on from that, how you say, okay, this has happened, but how do we move on to the next step? How do I forgive you? So I just wanted to add on that as well. Like, love is one of the most teachings that is taught in our Christian faith. Thank you.
So obviously, I play football. So when we're on the football pitch, I tend to get a bit angry sometimes during the game. So you and our opponent will exchange very bad words to each other. But then after the game, you just shake hands and all is forgotten about, something like nothing personal. So I think that's a way of forgiveness.
Yeah, same. I play rugby. Yeah. So yeah, even after rugby matches, you know, like there's such thing called like sportsmanship. So after the rugby games, like we'll shake hands and exchange kind words, and yeah, whatever happened in the match just gets forgotten about. So yeah, it's kind of like we're forgiving each other.
And I think like this, we should work together. Like all the faiths, all the beliefs, we should work together instead of kind of doing it alone. Yeah, that's it. I mean, things like this are good. Maybe like interfaith, like workshops, like more stuff like this, basically, where people from different faiths, different beliefs, can all come together and discuss one thing and be of the same mind, like you said. And because we all have the same kind of purpose, where we want peace. So we're not like our mindset aren't like different to that level.
Yeah, I feel like youth clubs can help because people from different backgrounds, any backgrounds are good. So yeah, you can do other activities like play FIFA, play pool, even play football. And that can bring people together. So yeah.
I've got a quote that I just wanted to share, which is kind of Buddhist, but it's kind of not. It says, a great human revolution, which is the principle I was talking about earlier of our own internal transformation and having that reflection from without. So a great human revolution in just a single individual will help achieve a change in the destiny of a nation and further can enable a change in the destiny of all humankind. So I think with that, I just really want to share, like, even doing this today, it creates another step towards peace because it's based on dialogue and it's not based on division. It's based on responding to something that's happening in our lives and in very close proximity to us, and responding from a place of like social change rather than, just based on one particular religion. So through treasuring that person in front of us in our own unique way, from our own place, whether that be from a religious place or not, like how much can each of us just treasure that one person, like, really reach out to that one person in front of us who might be suffering or might be going through something, even if on the surface they're giving, they're coming from a place of maybe violence or something that we don't agree with. How much can we look beyond that point and reach into the humanity that is in that human being? Because that's what people need to be seen for. Like, people are human. We're all human beings. And there's so much in our culture that negates people of their humanity. And I think that's really what this is all about. It's finding humanity.